right into it.
we talked about it for like a week.
Yeah.
All right, so welcome back to Vinny's Corner, everybody. I'm your host, Vinny. I got my boy Caleb, Showtime, and my co-host, Cove, all here with me today. So listen, let's just jump right in it. We were actually talking about this before we came on the air. If you're an MLB baseball fan, we've been talking about a prospect recently. Showtime actually highlighted him. You want to tell us about this guy again, Showtime?
Connor Griffin, #1 prospect in baseball. He is I feel like he's a can't miss prospect. I really do. I think he has super high potential and super safe floor. He's a 5-tool prospect.
Was it Cove who said last week, this is like a Bryce Harper coming into the league?
Yeah.
I wasn't saying Bryce Harper.
Not Bryce Harper.
No, it was Bryce Harper. It was just
okay.
Bryce Harper was one of only 2 players who ever made the MLB before the age of 20.
Right.
And so this guy, like we're under the impression he is going to definitely be a good player.
Yeah.
The potential is there for him to be a great player.
Star player, yeah.
Yeah, he's an automatic 5-tool player. Like he's an automatic.
Now, with that being said, Pittsburgh Pirates were able to lock him up today for 9 years at $140 million. To put that in perspective, Shohei Ohtani might make somewhere near $140 million this season.
Yeah.
So is it smart for him to take the deal on the safe side of it because they don't know that he's going to be amazing? Or is this a really home run move by the Pirates?
I think it's a home run move by the Pirates.
I'd say you have to understand the contract.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you an example. Kyle Tucker, right? Do you know how his contract's structured?
I do not. Enlighten me.
He has a second year or third year opt-out option. Okay. So he could take 60 this year, say opt out of the contract, and go get another 240 if he wanted to. This makes him a guaranteed $60 million a season.
And so that was actually the thing. And this is what I was going to ask. I don't know if anyone knows the details on this contract. How much of the 140 is guaranteed?
I don't think those details have come out. All I've heard is 9 for 140. Yeah, I don't think.
It's 9 for 140. So it's how they structured. And I will say this: it's like if you especially look at Shohei's contract, and the state of California takes up to almost about 50 to 55% of a person's income in that state alone. So that's why Shohei deferred it for 10 years, because in 10 years, if he leaves the league and then goes to somewhere else, he'll pay the state tax there once he's getting that $68 million.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of losing almost 50%, almost $34 million a season, he deferred it so he could lose less later on in life. So that's the same thing as the Tucker one. They snuck in a little, like I think it's like 10 or 20 million that they deferred from his contract.
Yeah, so they could spend on other players too.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see like the full, this full scope of this contract, because right, they might have all sorts of both built-in accelerators for him based on, hitting different milestones.
I'm sure they do.
Grows as a player.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see. I'm sure, like, if he took the deal, it's because it's a good deal, and I'm sure that there's probably even something in there where, like, at a certain point, he can look to extend that contract or look to rework it with them to bigger numbers.
And Tucker also got a guaranteed $34 million on top of that for signing bonus. So, his first season, he's got like $90 million. Like.
Okay, so that's great.
Very cool. Very cool. You have to really look at how the contract gets structured. They have these opt-outs, no trade clauses. Maybe they defer the money. They start making a little less, whatever. Same thing as what Showtime said about taxes. It's not just the player; it's the team gets taxed. Like we already know, what was it, $454 million they paid in just taxes alone for the roster.
For
the Dodgers.
So I'm sorry. And I like the contract thing. I think that like from a baseball perspective, my feeling is right. Every team should just be taking notes. You know, the Dodgers have done such a masterful job. This ownership group could legitimately be out of the building before half of these contracts and half of the money is due.
Yeah.
They could have already sold the business, made billions, walked out the door, and the Dodgers organization is still paying contracts that have been deferred 10, 15, 20 years. This management group is stellar. There's nothing bad I can say about them.
No,
but for us, Vince, and you'll know it because you probably remember the day, is the Bobby Bonilla day.
Oh, the greatest contract of all time, right?
Yeah.
He's still getting
paid. You do know the lore of this contract, right?
Now, share it for the people, Cove.
Basically, they saved. I think it was $3 million. I'm not sure if it was $3 or $4 million that they saved off, but they're gonna pay him $1.1 million or $1.616 million every year for like 25, 30 years or something like that.
Basically till like 2039 or some outlandish year.
Yeah.
Like half of my life or more, Bobby Bonilla has been getting paid by the Mets.
Yeah, for $1 million to save like $4 million.
Like, yo,
it's like $40 million he gets in interest over that time.
In the moment, it obviously made a ton of sense to the Mets, right? I don't know if it put them. I don't know what year it was, but it didn't put them over the hump because obviously they haven't won since '86. So I'd have to say the deal was a fail, right? They saved $4 million up front. They got the guy they needed, but they didn't get the results. So, and
I'm going to say this one because I don't know if you know this one, but actually last year, I'm dead serious with this one. Last year, Ken Griffey was still getting paid.
It's kind of crazy. Like some of these deferments, like Major League Baseball specifically.
Sounds like Showtime didn't know that one.
No, I didn't. I'm like, what the fuck?
Ken Griffey Jr. was still paid until 2025.
By the Mariners?
No.
Bro hasn't played baseball since the 90s.
That's wild.
I'm not sure it was whatever, but we've raised this before because look at Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer was three teams at the same time and went to win a World Series with Texas.
Yep. Dude, he was wasn't he still getting paid by the Nats when he won that?
He had a little bit from the Dodgers, a little bit from the Nationals, a little bit. He had a little overages of every contract. So they said there were like 3 full contracts, but he made almost $40 million, and he was literally just playing for the Rangers for like chump money because it was like he already had guaranteed 40.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy the way sports work. It's just like a lot of that stuff can really be crazy, right? Like
this is why we said it's a business. It's a business.
Well, right. Like so, look at say like the NFL situations. What are the Minnesota Vikings don't have like they're paying next to nothing this season for Kyler Murray, right?
Yeah,
because most of his tab is being picked up by his last job,
the Cardinals,
the Arizona Cardinals.
The Cardinals,
So they can pay him $1.3 million league minimum. And he still gets a $30 million bag from them. So, like, who cares? Like, I'll go do my thing over here. Sure. That's unbelievable, man. What did I like? Why didn't anyone direct me towards these sports like on a serious level when I was young? Oh, because I'm 5'8". I forgot.
Yeah. Anyways, like, and this will if people didn't get the context of what I'm about to say, and I know Showtime's gonna have a reaction for sure. Because I don't know if you've read my headline for my name yet.
My!
I was ready to ask you about this. And I'm ready to. I'm going to close a whole thing.
Understands this one because Caleb got it was what 3 times a Joe Adele robbed you of the game, like 3 times.
Now hold on. I gotta grab a tissue. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
But I was gonna bring that up so I saw within the next 24 hours. Do you count that as a catch because he went in the in the stands.
I mean,
Somebody
it's in his
somebody
glove, so
asked
it's a
this
catch. I would say.
Yeah, like they said that in the rule books that basically it's still ruled a catch, but
Yeah.
he's literally in the goddamn stands. Like,
I mean, he's not like in the seat, and he was standing up, so it's not like he fell.
no, but
Well,
he
so
was still
and
he was out of the field. He
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
left the
yeah.
field.
this is
No,
what I
I
wanted
would
to
say that's a
address.
catch.
So when we were kids, we've seen this our whole lives. Actually,
Yeah.
you've seen this happen. We've seen somebody catch a ball, go over the wall, come up with the ball, and they're like, the guy's out. How is it possible? And somebody brought this up exactly what you're just talking about when I walked away.
Right.
If you catch it and you're out of the field of play, how is that robbing somebody of like if it goes over the wall still? How is
Yeah.
that not a home run?
Yeah, that's the logic
That's-
they're going behind it.
That's
If he
my
prevented
that's
it
my
from
point.
being
Exactly.
out,
went-
but I
That's
mean,
what I'm
don't you have
saying.
to
but once
catch
it
in the field of
crosses,
play?
It's different field dimensions. Like if it's catchable, it's catchable. If not, it's not. I would
Well, and
say.
so
it's the same thing as I actually it's even this one. If we'll use you, Vinny, but like if you're back catching and you go into the dugout and I catch you and you catch it still, it's still ruled a catch because it's just under the rule of a catch.
exactly, and like right in our estimation, it's always been that way. Since I have watched baseball as a small child, I started watching baseball in the late '80s. It's a long time ago, right? But if the ball was caught and they went out of the technical field of play, it was still an out, right? In the dugout, over the wall, into the stands, etc. Right? Why did it suddenly come up this time? What
Yeah, I
changed
know.
that suddenly everyone
mean-
wants
Just
to
because
talk
I think
about
it was cause such a pivotal moment. Like it would have been a tie game going into extras.
Yeah.
Is it because it happened three
I
times?
I think it
Third
is. I
time's
think it
the
is.
charm.
That's the third time.
I think
the
it
third
is.
time was just
Third
mean-
time was not the charm for us,
Yeah.
obviously. But
but
it's
we've
just-
seen this before. I mean,
Yeah,
you
you've
and
seen it
me-
before. Like people
Yeah.
catching balls in the dugout. Like over the
Well,
railing.
no, I was gonna go for something more in me and Vince's era when Bo Jackson ran up the goddamn wall.
Oh shoot.
I mean, we're gonna post that video tonight. All right, for anyone
Yeah,
who wants to see it, we'll have that posted
Have
tonight.
you
Don't
not seen
worry
that
about
Showtime? Like ever?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh yeah, he legit runs straight up the wall and just robs.
So
I
no
forget who
Spider-Man
robbed.
type.
Oh no, it was Dion. It was Dion Sanders. he
Oh,
robbed,
okay,
wasn't
okay,
it?
okay.
There are a couple of good ones.
Yeah,
But Bo
I think it
Jackson,
was
did Bo
Dion.
Jackson play for the Royals?
Well, yeah.
It was Bo Jackson then, because it was a Royals jersey that ran up that wall.
Yeah. He really runs up the wall, catches it, and just
Wow.
comes down.
It's a fact. I'm like, wait, I know the
But
jersey.
Bo Jackson was,
because that was the
and
baby blues in the '80s.
yeah. I don't know if like me or Vinny could really describe you what Bo Jackson is because we've never seen another specimen of a human being like
Right.
that.
Okay.
I'll post a Bo Jackson. I'll do a Bo Jackson post tonight. How good was Bo
Awesome.
Jackson post? You know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I can get baseball and football on it because he was so
I mean,
nasty.
for the man literally ran over anything or anyone he made contact with, his
So,
hip gave out because he's the only player to actually play with an artificial part of his body.
Yeah,
professional
he
league.
was. Okay.
He had an artificial hip,
Okay.
Crazy.
but he's that built big of a beast that it was just Dion was just a different kind of player.
Two of the most athletic human beings to ever, you know what I
Ever.
mean? Like
Yeah.
different.
Dion
So,
was more
listen.
ego. We know that much.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a big fan of him though. I am. I think he's a good guy.
It's the confidence that gets me. That's what sells me with Dion. It's not that he just talks shit. He shows up too.
Yeah, 100%. He's one of the best to ever, like in his sport, in his field, he is one of the best to ever do it. He's a decent coach,
one-
like as a player.
Yeah.
Like
The one
He-
fact that I will give you that I looked in because how I love the statistics of life. Did you know that in the '92 World Series, Dion was batting 500 in that series, and he was
Jeez.
benched because he went to play for the Falcons before he played for the Braves, and he they basically said "fuck you" to the Atlanta organization, so they benched him with a 500 average in the World Series in '92.
Jeez.
Problems, right? So athletic. That's crazy. It's crazy. It really is.
500,
right.
you're gonna sit that guy.
But so like now, I love the nostalgia, but we're at such a better time of year now because we got the playoffs coming for both the NHL and the NBA. Now I know you've definitely got like your lineup of questions. So why don't we just jump into them and get into what's going on with these, because these playoff races are good now.
Yeah.
You know, like it's kind of shaping up now that we're seeing like the like what things are shaping up like. It's like, okay, it's getting good. You know, I'm excited.
So with the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs dominating the West, is this finally a changing of the guard era away from traditional contenders?
Traditional contenders.
So you mean like Lakers and like
Lakers, Celtics,
Golden State.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I would say so.
Here's what it is. It's not so much about the teams, it's the changing of the guard. Like the new generation is like we're really at that era now. Like LeBron is really on his last leg. We're not focusing on like the focus of the league is not like what LeBron is doing and Steph Curry. Like, you know, we're looking at the future in Wembanyama, you know, and Edwards, and a lot of these guys.
Luka,
So it's cool, but
it's a new era for sure. Yeah,
it's a changing of the guard for sure. No question about that.
So the Pistons holding the number 1 seed in the East. And I know about Cade, but I mean, if you have, I have to switch it up in this way. Where we're saying if they had Cade healthy, would they be a legitimate favorite, or would they still be an unproven in playoff pressure? That's with Cade.
Cade is back tonight, by the way.
No, but I'm saying 100% Cade.
Oh, okay, 100%. I mean, I feel like he'll be 100% by the playoffs. I mean, I don't think they're rushing him back, but they just wanted him, you know, to ramp up for the playoffs.
Yeah,
so, I found this out today. I can't believe how bro collapsed his lung. It's been like the news came out 2 shows ago. That was 2 weeks, and he's playing basketball.
Yep.
Mind blown. Showtime TD told me this morning, and I was like, "No way! What? He's mind blown."
So if you have the healthy Pistons, if you have a fully healthy Pistons, what would you take them at this year?
So I'm going to tell you straight up. Everyone talks about the West, okay? Yeah. OKC, Wembanyama and these guys at San Antonio. I understand. I get that. They're awesome. Here is the truth. The Boston Celtics could beat both of those teams in a 7-game series. This Boston Celtics right now, undoubtedly, could beat both of those teams. It wouldn't even be a question. If they play them in the finals, they will lose.
I'm not sure about that, Vin. The Thunder would beat the Celtics. I think so. Yeah, the Thunder would definitely be the Celtics with SGA. Yep.
I just don't know that that's true. They haven't matched up against Jason Tatum healthy, and he's back. He's all the way back.
Yeah.
But my point is to say is that, because I was going to now touch on, I was going to hit on Detroit as well, because this is why I only talked about the West, because everyone's talking about the West. But if Cade is fully healthy and Jason Tatum is fully healthy, the Celtics and the Pistons can beat the West. I'm just like I've been watching basketball long enough to know what I see. Like, those are not unbeatable teams.
Okay.
You know,
I just the mixture of star power and depth that San Antonio and OKC have, I mean, I can see maybe Boston, but I don't see Detroit. Not personally.
I don't think.
I mean, Detroit can hang in any game because of defense, but like Cade has a rough game, I don't know what happens
I
in the
don't know, man. They
playoffs.
played like they were pretty solid in his stead.
Even
Like,
without him, yeah, they didn't falter that much without him,
yeah,
which
I was
gives you
surprised.
some optimism. Yeah, it does.
And that's why I feel that way, because what I just saw from them in the last 2 weeks tells me that when you add back their star, like they're a legit threat to anybody. And
but
the
you would
Celtics, I
think
mean,
you would think they would have to adjust to him being back. Like they play a different way when he's back. Like they just play through him.
yeah, that's a fact. They
So
play completely different games.
yeah,
It's honestly, it's been surprising because of how different they play with and without him. It's actually like it's really been a surprise at how they haven't like been taking L's.
yeah,
So
for sure.
So
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I'll probably have more of a opinion on them after this, like once the playoff comes by. You know how they play with him back for the next.
yeah,
for sure.
we'll be in the mix
Few
by
games.
next week, anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
So with teams like Atlanta Hawks surging late and likely facing the Cavaliers, which matchup is the most dangerous 4v5?
4v5. I would say
So it looks like Hawks and Cavaliers might go
Hawks and
together in a
Cavs.
4-5.
I don't. The
So I'm
Hawks.
trying to think of the other 4-5 on the other side.
What's the other 4-5? Would it be Denver and LA?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think so.
Or
Yeah, I think it
Denver,
would.
Right
Denver,
now-
Houston.
right
No,
now,
Denver, LA.
it would be LA and the Rockets.
LA
Okay.
and the Rockets.
He-
Denver's
LA
in the
Houston.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. So which 4-5 do you think is more dangerous?
Okay, so
would
this is
say-
tricky. But it has to be in the East because
Yeah.
I don't trust the Rockets without Van Fleet, and because they don't have a point guard to run their scheme. They're
Yeah.
mid as fuck because of that.
Mhm.
And it shouldn't be that way, but it's true. And LeBron's got to do it by himself, bro. LeBron's
Yeah.
my age. Like I just don't know he can do it by himself in the playoffs.
I mean, you've seen him turn Superman mode in the playoffs, but
But not
is
so
that gonna
42.
is that gonna be enough though? That's the thing.
Like
No,
And
he's
the
always had a
Rockets can
2-3
probably-
man team. LeBron's
Yeah.
always had Rockets 2-man.
he might.
You can just
If
key in
they
on
matched
LeBron
up
if you're
today-
the Rockets.
LeBron could maybe get through that series.
Yeah.
That
Just
serious,
because
but
they're
not he's
playing
not
their
getting
best
ring.
basketball.
No.
LeBron can never. I'll say this proudly. LeBron can't win one solely.
And hey, listen, I'm not going to argue.
Yeah,
with
not
you.
at this age. Not at this age.
Definitely not
No,
now.
I even
Definitely
got
not
the
at this-
Cavaliers. I'll even say his Cavaliers championship. He was still helped out by others, but it wasn't just LeBron.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, and this sounds crazy, but like as a Knicks fan, you know what, and you know what, Showtime's a Heat fan, so he'll understand what I'm going to say because he's a fan in the East as well.
Yeah.
The problem for me as a fan right now is seeing the late surging Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
And I know how bad the Knicks match up with the Hawks in the playoffs. Like in the past, it's not gone the way that I like.
They don't have a guy like Trae Young though. Like, will that
they
affect them
don't.
in the playoffs?
They
But,
flipped
like,
him, but they flipped him for what works. Because this is
Yeah,
a
no,
different Hawks
for
team.
sure.
But they've been so much better without him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Like they have 45 wins now.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
just to bring it up, because I don't think you guys know, Vince, can you let him know what you got from me on Easter morning?
What did you send? Was this? Hold on. More postcards?
No, I thought you saw that.
Which one? Hold on. I'm looking
So
at two of
the-
them right now.
Yeah, the first one.
So one of them was actually like an. It's the Hawks. Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
I said him Atlanta Hawks Easter card.
You guys see that?
Yeah.
Yo. You know, it's funny too because the one person that like it popped up here that just reposted it us last was a Hawks fan just by chance. Who knows?
But
Shout out to my boy
I
Andrew.
sent him a Nick's graphic afterwards.
Of course he did. Yeah. Basically, hold on. Let me. So this is really just like a shot at like you see the NBA Cup thing in there. Bro, he loves to troll me about being a Knicks fan. I don't really appreciate it. I am in my 40s and my team still has not won a title. I don't know. I can't. Man.
It's just the level of creativity. That's all.
My goodness, bro.
But so now you have to listen to the way I word this one though, because I'm not really putting him as the number one. You might, but in a historic MVP race that I feel is led by Victor Wembanyama, can a young superstar carry a team deep immediately, or does he need to get experience in the playoffs?
What do you think,
tough
Caleb?
One. That's a tough one.
What?
Caught him off guard. He's watching wrestling right now.
Well, what the question?
So I'm going to say this. When I watch Victor Wembanyama specifically play, in my mind, and like, like everyone from the Jordan era, we're like, oh, nobody could ever be better than Jordan. When I watch him play, I'm like, there's no way he's not going to be better than everybody who's ever played basketball in the history of basketball. Yeah. I feel like if he was to stay healthy for the next 10 years or 15 years, say, he would blow every record out in every aspect and everything. Watching him play basketball is incredible. It's incredible. Like, he doesn't have the playoff experience, but his confidence, the way he asserts himself, and the way that his team believes in him behind them, so they'll attack the other team. It's unreal for a young team. Like, they are as dangerous as it gets.
I'll give it like this: Wemby is basically when Jordan got in the league. He did what he did, and everybody was about him. Then when LeBron got in the league, he's just the next evolution of player.
Yeah,
I would say so.
For sure.
Yep.
He's learned. He's watched everything on Jordan. He's watched everything from all the greats that we talk about.
Bro is an alien.
Yeah, and he's just adapted his style, his way, and unfortunately, we all know this too.
And he's learned from Popovich too. That's a big thing. He's learned from Popovich.
Yeah, but the health thing that Vince was on, it's also at 7 feet tall. It's a biological thing, and people at 7 feet tall cannot compete because of body.
For the record, Cove, he's closer to 8 feet tall than 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
He's like 7'9".
And his wingspan, you don't even start.
But any athlete we ever know that was over
when you see him running down the court and jamming, like doing like a reverse jam, I'm like, no way. He just did that. Doing a windmill in the middle of a game, and he's an 8 foot tall goon? No way. And then he shoots a 3-pointer afterwards.
Like he'll casually just pull up for 3 in transition. Like,
bro, what? He gets me like he makes me so pumped about like the direction the NBA is going. I'm like, this is incredible. Like, we got the next guy. He's here.
I do like the direction of the NBA, but it's still I find they're more business than bringing back what we're used to in basketball. Right. But Wemby can bring that stuff back.
So it's never going to be what we used to watch. They've already changed the rules. It's different. So like
it's going to be a game where our generation and every generation is going to alike. It's going to have a little of everything. I think that's what they're trying to mold it to, is have it for everybody.
Here's what and I don't want to sound like I'm hating on anybody in particular when I say this. During this last era of basketball, this like different kind of like almost too friendliness between players happened, and like it's just like, I don't know, like you don't feel like the angry level of fierce competition. Like, I'm starting to feel that energy back in the league again.
Yeah.
Like when the Spurs play and OKC plays, like that is like a fired up rivalry. Like these guys are not playing like they are friends.
No,
You know what I mean? Like,
but OKC is giving you the Sonics essence of their franchise is what they've always had. It just they got a different brand.
OKC,
It's like when the Raiders went from Oakland to LA to Oakland to LA. It's just like, whatever. But they're still the Raiders.
OKC is OKC, man. Like, they've been OKC for so long at this point, and they are champions now. Like, they have rinsed themselves of that Seattle thing. Like, Seattle's going to get their own team soon.
Yeah.
Did you see the asking price of the league per franchise?
Billions.
7 to 10 billion.
It's and so like the way that works, right? They kick that money into the league, and then it gets like divided up amongst the other teams, right?
Yeah.
So like the other 30 teams are not going to be like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, how much do I get?
Oh,
okay, send it to this account. Thank you.
Yeah. But as we segue into like hockey, there's one thing I've like, oh my god, I was looking at it today. It's two different scenarios in the West that are happening right now that make no sense, and why I've been talking about the loss column of the OTL, right? And how ridiculous it is, and fans are starting to get really mad about it because the Kings are sitting in 8th spot, right? A team that has 3 more wins than them, which is, I think it's San Jose, are not in the actual playoff position. And then there's another position that where Edmonton could win the West and be a below 500 team. Like they're on pace to only win 41 games. And they're going to win a division.
And why is that? Just because
it's all because the OTL. The OTL is what shifts everything. LA has now the record for being in 31 overtime games this year and losing 19.
Bro, LA has 32 wins. Like there's no way they should be ahead of San Jose. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
San Jose has 5 more wins than them.
Yeah. There's a 5-win separation. And San Jose is not in the playoffs because of that 19 OTL.
That's crazy because they lost in overtime. They lost in They didn't win. They lost.
Yeah. So they're giving a playoff spot to a team that's well below 500.
And listen, I'm going to tell you what. Literally, because of how electric and how amazing of a season Macklin Celebrini has been having, it's going to put such a highlight on how bad this thing is, this OTL statistic, and how it's used as an actual and how it affects teams. Like I feel like this could actually end up being what we need this season to get something changed in the rule about how they use that.
So the first one I have for the NHL is with the Panthers missing the playoffs completely. Does this open the door for chaos in the playoff race?
I mean, yes and no.
Or do you have a dead set, like how we have with the Dodgers going, Dodgers playing in the World Series, like that? Or do you have a dead set final?
No. Well, so here's what I would say, right? If you look at the East compared to years prior, in recent memory specifically, right? So Carolina is there and Tampa Bay is there, right? The 2 top teams, and Tampa Bay has gotten back to being the top team. They were out of that position for a little bit, right? Florida was that guy. With Florida falling out, but the Maple Leafs were a good team. The Maple Leafs are now bottom of the barrel team this season. The Canadians and the Sabres are playoff teams again. The Penguins are back in the mix. The Flyers are in the mix. So the East playoffs is going to look very different than it has, I think, in the last few years.
Yeah. And that's the other thing about the West is between Anaheim has more wins than Edmonton does, and they're sitting in third in that division. And the winner, the team that does not secure number 2, can automatically be altered to a number 7 just because they lose 1 game or 1 point. So it's not like they go from a 2 to a 3 or a 2 to a 4. They automatically will go to a 7 seed. So
right
the West
now,
is just as a mess,
dude. So
the 4 best teams in the West are no better than the 8 best teams in the East.
It's actually weird, and this is why those numbers, the way that they do it in hockey, just doesn't make sense to me. Like, there's no way, there's no universe, I should say, that the Ducks have 9 more wins than the Los Angeles Kings, and per points, they only have 4 more points than them.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, see that when you really go, you're like looking at this, you're like, no, what?
Like, how are they like? Because they're just weighting things wrong.
Yeah,
like they're giving weight to stuff that shouldn't have
in that division lead, but they are literally sitting at a 7th spot right now because of all of this mess. Because Vegas has 16 OTLs.
See, let me ask you a question, all right? This is my question because maybe you guys know. I genuinely don't know. I know that the first game with Tortorella, they won. How have they been? Like, are they on a tear since Tortorella came to them? Like, how are they doing?
No, this is the Islanders just did the same thing. They just flipped Watt out, right? So it's just some tactic that sometimes works. A fresh perspective for the playoffs, I guess. It's Tortellini. Tortellini has playoff experience. That's why they went after him.
Well, and so, and you know what? I'm glad you just said the Islanders, actually. So the Islanders are another team. They're currently in the Metropolitan. They're in 5th behind the Blue Jackets, who have 3 less wins than them.
Yeah.
Like, because they have 7 more OTL losses. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's just,
it's supposed to
Islanders
the consensus of this is, I think, is they did this so that teams that, like, you look at the reverse way of looking at it, like Blue Jackets, right, being in the contention right now, right? And if they don't make the playoffs, they're like, well, you didn't give the Blue Jackets a chance. And this gives those teams and markets a chance to still make a playoff.
Yeah, but like, how much does it stink that, like, right? So San Jose has really turned it around, right? There's no 2 ways about it. And they have like a true MVP candidate in the way that Celebrini has played for this team all season, and they should be a playoff team. Like, they should be like, it's gonna stink if we get to the playoffs next week and the Islanders and the Sharks are both out. Like, that's whack. That's whack.
To be
and
fair,
it takes away from the league having Schaefer and Celebrini out. Like Macklin and him out. I just don't get it. I don't.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna say it this way where it's not gonna really hit on Showtime a little bit much because I have kids his age too, but it's like I'll call them the snowflake generation. Like, we came from the generation where we fought for our wins. So this is where I'm going with this one is basically saying is unfortunately the Sharks had opportunities to win in these OTL, so did everybody else. So it's kind of a fair point to have that point they get, but in the same way, it's just weird.
But that's exactly the point. The OTL is not a win; it's a loss. So no, they did.
I know, but that's where I was going with the whole Showtime thing. Is that with his generation is now you have kids learning sport where they're like, who cares if we win or lose? You still get a point. It's like we've evolved the game to be
I get that.
Both sides.
I get that for sure.
That just
made it a little softer. It's like there's not really a loser. You're kind of a loser, but you're not a loser without
that should be like, right? It should be clear cut. If there are teams like the 4 teams per wins that are the best records by wins should be the ones in, right? And if there's a tie in that, then you can move to a metric like OTL and say, hey, X, Y, and Z. But like But before that, it should be straight up the numbers. Like,
Yeah.
I'm an Islanders fan, obviously, so this is ridiculous.
So with the Sabres snapping a 14-year drought, are they a feel-good story or a legit upset threat?
I would say they were upset threat. I mean, they're on a roll and they could just keep it going.
Yeah. I mean, I've been low key quiet about them for a while, but I've been talking about it for a minute too. I've been just watching them this is what happens. Bad teams become good. Chicago did it, LA did it the last 10 years. I mean, Penguins came back from the surge from that because Penguins are a little different. They have the 90s, the 2010 era, then they have the 2010 and 20 era. They win the back-to-back cups, right?
Yeah, but this is definitely that kind of a season, I would say. Like, there's no, in my estimation, at least the way that it's boiled down in recent weeks, right? Early on, it was like, oh, these are the two teams that are going to the finals. There's no other way about it. Now it's like, I don't know. It's looking a little, some of the teams that were killing it all season have looked like they could be beaten, right? And now you got these teams getting hot. So anything can happen in the Stanley Cup Finals.
So to go back to the West, though, with teams like Edmonton and Vegas in their tight race in the standings that we've been talking about, how important is home ice now in the West?
I would say that home ice is important for Vegas because, I mean, they won the title on home ice, so I would say it's big for them.
But I'm saying with how tight the race is really in the West side between a lot of the teams, I feel like home ice is very important for whoever gets it because it's going to be the advantage. Because they're both going to be say 48 win teams, right? And they're going to go in the same record, so it's going to be home versus away.
Yeah.
At that point.
Okay, so this is interesting that you just said that. There are 4 games left in the season. The Golden Knights have 36 wins right now. Yeah. Best case scenario, if they roll out 4-0, they get to 40 wins. Yeah. There's no universe they're going to be a 500 team.
Yeah. And the same goes with Edmonton and same goes with Anaheim.
I know.
And they're all playoff teams.
Here's what I'll say, right? From what I've been watching in the last few weeks and really this season, I don't personally you know what? Hold on. Maybe the Golden Knights could do it. Anything is possible, but in my gut, I don't feel like they're a Stanley Cup winner this season. The Oilers,
like they are.
They could be. I mean,
they might.
I mean, they could be, but still, you still have Minnesota, which is the big surprise for this year for the West side, being as well as they are. And you've heard me talk about them for months. But you got in the West, you got to go through Minnesota, Dallas, or Colorado. And I mean, I have Dallas going all the way from that side. It's because
they could be, but it would have to be as an upset run,
Yeah, it's all about who they play, right?
It does happen.
Probably.
Like they first they're gonna have to go through Colorado,
Dallas, Minnesota, Utah, Edmonton, Vegas, Ducks, Los Angeles.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, you just look at Vegas though. If they have to play Edmonton, then they're probably gonna get Minnesota or Dallas. And then if say Colorado goes all the way, then you got Colorado. It's a tough uphill.
It feels like if it was gonna be one of the unexpected teams in the West, it feels to me like it would be the Wild or the Mammoth because of they have such high, strong goal differentials. Like the Ducks and the Kings are in the big negative. The Oilers and the Knights are barely in the positive. So like these are not teams that are really outscoring anybody, whereas the Wild and the Mammoth are running it up.
Now, this is a wild theory about this. Is like where I think is like this with the whole OTL is that if you notice where I'm going with this is these are a lot of OT teams. I'm feeling like the NHL is trying to push where you're going to get your more game 6, game 7s, double, triple overtime games because they want the teams that can go deep, not just win the game. They don't want these guaranteed sweeps. They want every game to go 6 or 7. It's a market for them because the more they go 6 and 7 is more airtime they get, more money, merch gets sold, everything. It's like they're trying to lengthen the game a little bit for the fans, but also in their pocket.
I mean, they want as many games as they can, right? I mean, that's what sports is, right? They want to maximize this stuff, so I get it.
Yeah. So if you put teams that always play in the OT, you're going to get an extra extra period per game for these series that they're in. It's just more airtime, more money being made. That's like, oh yeah, they might be below 500 team, but guess what? It's whatever. And it's the markets. You get LA because LA is so hot with you get the Lakers in the playoffs, you got the Dodgers being the champions. Now you got the Kings being in the playoffs. LA is like, we need that market. We need to open it up.
Well, yeah, and that's one of the things I was thinking about that exactly when I was looking at it. I'm like, well, we can make that argument all we want, but when they look at it and they're going to go, oh, we got Los Angeles as opposed to San Jose, like, yeah, obviously we'll take that every day.
Mm-hmm. Because when every team of a certain market is thriving, it's just better for each sport in that city. You know that from being the New Yorker you are. When every New York team is playing well, the city, the vibe, everything changes.
Yeah, it's like all the sports teams are doing good at once. There's a buzz around the city.
Yeah, it's different for sure.
So my final for the NHL is after the trade heavy deadline, shaping contenders. Which team made the one move that could decide the cup?
That is a question for like my man Boston Cashews, who has an in-depth knowledge of transactions like that. Vinny,
the one that has the most like.
I'm giving you the reverse card.
Yeah.
I want you to answer that question.
Yeah,
Mr. Canadian hockey
guy.
guy.
That's where I was going with it. Now, a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, well, where's Corey Perry?" Because Corey Perry's been in the last 6.
And he did get traded.
What?
And he did get traded, didn't he?
Yeah. So it's like a lot of people are going to look at where Corey Perry goes because you don't go 6 for 6 for no reason. He's got the playoff experience. He just hasn't got the goddamn ring. It kind of reminds me of the New York Knicks, the New York Jets, the Yankees the last 15 years.
But that doesn't.
Oh wait, this is all vintage teams. Never mind.
Like in your lifetime, the Yankees have won more than 5 times. So or at least 5 times. So like, get out of here with that. Like what team that you like has won that many times?
What?
What team that you like has won 5 championships in your lifetime?
Detroit Red Wings.
Oh, now he's a Red Wings fan. Now he's a Red Wing. You know what? We're gonna have to get our guy Brian Dudek on here next week for the playoffs.
Brian's known me for years.
We're gonna get a real Red Wings fan on here next week.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna talk to you, right?
Forever.
Are we giving Cove the Caleb tag?
Cole's gonna show up next week wearing a Yankees hat and a Red Wings jersey.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
The bandwagon hat.
Yo.
You're telling me you didn't think in like when they had Mike Vernon and Chris Osgood, Chris Chelios, Brendan Shanahan, Steve Yzerman, Chris Draper, Kurt Maltby. Like I can give you the goddamn rosters because I was.
It was a very exciting time for hockey. For me, I had gone the Avalanche route.
Yeah. Oh so yeah. Me and my best friend loved Waugh, and then I got into the Red Wings. We got into Colorado. That's kind of what.
So like during that time frame, Showtime and Caleb, like a lot of guys had like their regular team, but like a lot of guys low key also like to cheer for these teams because they were just so awesome to watch play hockey.
Yeah.
Like the Avalanche, like the late '90s Avalanche and Red Wings were just like.
Oh God, the bloodbath! Oh my God,
it's awesome hockey. Yeah, it was just really good time for the sport.
Just being an old school Avalanche fan, there is a documentary on that whole series that went over years. They actually refilmed it a couple years ago. I forget who it is, but they've actually refilmed it and brought it back into this era. And it's supposed to be really good. I was talking to Brian about it.
I just wanted to point out, by the way, the Yankees lost. You know, I thought you'd be happy about that.
Yeah.
The Athletics.
The only honestly reason why you don't hear me talking about the Red Wings is that once Lindstrom left and you lost Datsuk, Zetterberg, you lost the identity of the team that I loved growing up. So it just became different for me.
I felt like they were gonna, early in the season, it felt like they were going to make a push.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't quite happen that way. It's not impossible, right? They could still potentially get that last spot, but it's also not. It's definitely not guaranteed. The Bruins are kind of. I think the Bruins are kind of in the driver's seat right now.
Mm-hmm.
So. We'll see.
The only thing that I'll say before we go to baseball for the finale, right, is one of the reasons I loved it, Red Wings, is they had that what they call it was like the right wing lock, and they locked in the right side of because a lot of the guys that they played against were all these great right wingers, and they slowed them down for the first period and a half, and then they just turned it on because you had Fedorov lighting it up in the third. So like.
He was like so fast on skates.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, that guy skated like a figure skater. Like he was like a speed skater or something.
Yeah,
he was.
I'll give you nostalgic. You put Alexander McGillney with Pavel Bure and Sergei Fedorov on the same line.
All Russians. The Detroit Red Wings were all Russians in the '90s.
Yes,
they were
the
so
Russian
good,
side, right?
They were so. Bro, I can't wait until Russia's not blackballed for like international competitions. Like,
we've been
Russia's
talking about
so
that all year, man. So like I wish that's what I'm thinking about when it comes to the Olympic hockey. It was like, man, I wanted the Russians to be in there because if you want to play against the best, give me a goddamn Russian team.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Nasty. Like it's the U.S.-Canada rivalry is just because we're next door to each other. Like really, like you didn't really win the Olympics if you didn't beat Russia.
Yeah.
Low key, like they're the team to beat in the Olympics.
Their goaltending alone is better than every team combined.
Yeah.
You have Vezina Wizners and six Stanley Cups in 6 years in just 2 of them. And then your man Ilya is sitting on there too.
Dude, it's really like and he's really hit his stride this year. He's good, man. He's good, man.
I'm gonna grant that for Patrick Waugh because Patrick Waugh was his insight right there. Like I think he helped him discover what kind of goaltender he can be.
It's interesting you say that. I didn't really like I'm just playing with a bluey stuffed animal, my daughters. I didn't know what to expect, but because of like how I felt about for those that don't know, Waugh is my all-time, like he is like the GOAT of hockey to me in my brain. He's a goalie, which is the craziest part. But that being said, I was excited for him to go to the Islanders. I just didn't know like what it was going to be or how it was going to take shape. But you're right. Like it's definitely looked this year like he started to kind of like help and like change the development of Ilya Sorokin, which is really cool.
Just to ask you one quick because of this, and you guys know the player, but I mean, do you still put Wall over Brodeur, or are they even?
I mean, like it's one of those things. It's kind of a preference thing, so I would say they're even technically, right?
Mhm.
If somebody tells me Brodeur is the greatest of all time, I'm not like, no, he's not. It's Wah. I
Yeah.
understand they can make that argument, and it's totally legit. Just to me, if it was, if it was the Stanley Cup final and I could have any goalie in goal, I would want Patrick Waugh.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
I take Brodeur depending on who I got on D. That's the only way I would sway it.
Yeah, Brodeur was ridiculous in goal too. Ridiculous.
He's a whole different beast too.
And when he had the Stevens brothers in front of him, like lighting people up, like it was a good time in New Jersey. I'll tell you what.
I don't think we're allowed to get another Stevens because I don't think we want to see a death on the ice because I don't think Stevens was ever dirty. I think he was clean. It's just that he just knew how to square the body up, just like a boxer knows how to hit.
Has there not been another Stevens since then?
No.
I
think that honestly, the only reason why you get hit now are bigger players. We get the 6'4", 6'8" players putting the shoulder in, and that's where you're getting the big hits. But Stevens wasn't that big and wasn't that small. He was just right in that kind of thing. And the reason why I'm swaying in this is because you brought it up in the chat is with the Teemu Selanne thing. It's the reason why Selanne slipped out of Grace was because he lost Paul Kariya because of Scott Stevens knocking him the fuck out on the ice. Basically, we still talk about that hit.
So somebody, there were a couple. So I didn't really reply to a lot of them because I wasn't sure how to. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna start like grilling people because I want to. Now I've been thinking about it, but I put up a post this morning and it was just like, who's an athlete or like name a player that you think was a bust, right? Yeah. And like that was one of the people somebody threw out. They were like Teemu Selanne. I was like Teemu Selanne. Bust?
Yeah, but he's looking. You look at it. He came from a really shitty fucking Jets organization that really did not know how to manage it, and that organization basically went to Atlanta before it did return.
The Thrashers.
So like, oh no, sorry, that's it. That's an error correction on my end. They went to Phoenix. Yeah, they went from Winnipeg to Phoenix before 12 years later before they came back to get from Atlanta. But that was what happened. That organization didn't know what they were doing with that team, so it kind of hindered Selanne's career in that way. And then went to Ducks. He had Kariya. He ended up getting he got JSG Gary. He got a ton of. He started finally building around him. But once Kariya got hit, it changed the whole identity of the Ducks. And they had that thing where they had it against the Disney brand because that's when they went from the Mighty Ducks to just the Ducks kind of aspect. Everything about that whole. So he's been around organizations that didn't really knew who their identity was until later on. Because now Winnipeg is defuncted Winnipeg is now Utah and they are basically Atlanta. When you look at that level of where the Jets are.
But isn't there a Winnipeg also?
What?
The Winnipeg Jets?
Yeah, the original Winnipeg Jets became the Phoenix Coyotes, who are now the Utah Mammoth. And when the Atlanta Thrashers defunct, they became the Winnipeg Jets.
Okay. A lot of stuff going on there. Listen, it's almost that time of day. It's getting a little late. And I want to talk a little bit about baseball because, we're only like a week into the season or whatever it is. But the Yankees are the best team in baseball. So I figured we should just talk about baseball a little bit,
Yeah, I'll let him have it for the first week or two until some other team goes to New York. We'll wait for it. So he's gonna be shit talking the Dodgers for the next 100 games.
Listen, I enjoy Dodgers baseball actually.
I actually do also. I do also.
It's good baseball.
I don't like the team. They play good ball though.
Yeah.
They play good ball.
Well, that's what I was telling everybody there the other day about that. But that side story was my mom was just ripping the shit out of the Dodgers the first and second inning of the game, and it turned out to be 14-2. And Rojas is the guy who actually won the game by pitching.
That shit's hilarious.
They literally put Rojas into the front nine to pitch.
Look, I'll tell you what. In this modern era of baseball, I would like to not just see my Yankees win a World Series. I would like to see them beat the Dodgers and win a World Series.
Definitely.
Like, I don't like the World Series. Like, if we make it there this year, and like somehow there's some other team from the National League, it won't be as good. I want Shohei and the whole gang there when we raise it up. Like they're now the cream of the crop. Like, it's just like in football for me when the Chiefs are the best. Like, I don't hate the best. I like that because it makes the sport better to me.
Yeah.
No, if I want to spend the whole season trolling Vince on the Yankees, I'll just start wearing Red Sox stuff all year.
Listen, okay, so
Red Sox.
This is a real issue I'm having. Okay, I was just talking to some Yankees fans, and I had asked our guy Hot Take about this in the chat, Showtime. But like, as a Yankees fan, I was just thinking about. I'm like, I need to go get a new Yankees jersey, and I couldn't. I was like, I don't want to judge. Like, I have no interest in getting a Judge jersey at all. So I'm hoping that the Yankees are getting ready to put a real extension on my guy Austin Wells, and then I will buy a Yankees jersey. I like Austin Wells.
Okay,
that'll be the jersey.
Reverse the curse either one of two ways. Either go get a Knobloch jersey or go get a Donaldson. It might reverse it for you guys.
What curse?
That you can't win a championship?
Like, we literally won one. We literally have won a championship in the last 15 years. Like, it's not like it's like
16.
Like, what?
09.
But yeah, no, like, it'll listen. I'll be honest. I feel like right now, like, and obviously it's the beginning of the season, so you're supposed to get excited about your team, and teams are supposed to look really good. Some teams get a slow start, but my team, the Yankees, have gotten a hot start. I'm excited about that. Caleb's team, Mariners,
it's your best rotation since like 98, right? So,
what was that, Caleb?
They're on a slow start.
I wouldn't worry about them though. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, I think they have a lot of good pieces on that team. Like, I expect them to take
for
form.
Seattle, it's gonna be a fight. You're fighting against the Astros and the Rangers, who are now hot again, and them. So like, it's gonna be a tight race in the West
Rangers. They just need to hit enough to compete. That's really it.
Oh yeah, this could be a strong 3-man race for the entire.
It is.
season.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I would like to see the
come
Rangers
down
come
to
out of
home
there.
versus away.
Yeah.
Now, what about the AL East? Right?
It's the Yankees and friends right now. It's the Yankees, and then it's a whole lot of mediocre besides that.
What's going on with the Blue Jays?
The Blue Jays are
defending AL
rotation,
champ.
100%.
They're a mess. They're a mess.
Hot mess.
Their rotation is horrible, and their tubby little Mexican threw his glove hand out, so it's like he's out for weeks with the surgery.
Yeah.
And I love Kirk. I mean, I know I called him Tubby Mexican, but I love that kid, man. The heart he has for that team, he's the heart and soul of that team, and he is part of the huge part because he's part of the battery. He knows how to catch all these pitchers, good or bad. He's great.
I picked him up in fantasy baseball.
He's great at framing the ball, especially with the ABS challenges. There's not many that I would say as a catcher that could frame a ball much better than Alejandro Kirk.
Yeah, Alejandro Kirk's good. But so now he's out.
I'll give you Wilson Contreras. Wilson Contreras is another young kid that he's great behind the plate.
Wilson or William? I think it's William.
I think it's William. Yeah, I think it's
William. Yeah, William.
Yeah, Contreras.
Yeah, Contreras. Contreras behind the plate. He frames well.
Yep.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. I like him. I've been using him in fantasy.
Speaking of ABS, Augustine Ramirez, he has been on the money with ABS so far.
Yeah,
I know he's not known for. I know he's not known for good defense. He knows the strike zone though, defensively.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's where this is what's going to get you wins this year is rolling against this ABS. It's going to favor the defensive teams. It's no longer going to be power. It's going to be who's going to win these challenges.
Yep.
Because the more you win, the more hype you get, and the more the other team gets pissed off because then you start blaming the pitching, and then you just get in their head.
Bingo.
And so far I like the ABS. Are we all in agreement that this is good?
Yeah. No, it's changing the game in the better because now it's putting it back in the players. It's no longer the owners and the umps that are against you. Now the players can play against you because they can basically that was bullshit and they don't get thrown out anymore.
Yeah.
So you're not getting a guy. You're not getting Aaron Judge calling against ABS against the strike three and getting tossed.
I mean, now if you don't have a challenge at the end of the game, and you use the dumb challenge to start the game, that's on you. Like that's on you, bro. That's on you. You gotta know when to use it.
Just unfortunately, when we have AB Buckner, it's just like you can't see shit.
Exactly.
He's the Angel Ramirez of like all of them.
What's been really interesting is like if you hear it's actually like the Buckner one specifically, like if you hear the fans' reaction in the stands when the challenge is upheld. Oh my God. It's like a home run got hit. They go crazy. They go crazy in the stands.
Yep. I mean, look at Connor Griffin's first game. He won an ABS. The stadium went crazy. I'm like,
bro, off the charts, man. It's become like it's really like it's actually surprising how fast it's just kind of fell right in and like it works. Yeah. It's good. I'm happy it's there.
Oh, I just laughed because when I first heard it, I obviously didn't know who the umpire was, but I was just listening to it. But I hear the last name Buckner and a botched play. I'm like, oh God, it's the Red Sox all over again.
Yeah, shit like that.
So
what else we got?
The only thing I was gonna go with the Yankees starting 8-2. Are they separating themselves as the AL favorite, or are they is it just too early?
I would say it's a little bit early, but the fact that they're pitching pretty well without Rodon and Cole, that's a scary sight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, listen, as a Yankees fan, like I don't usually get that like crazy, but I wanted to come on and make a point of saying like because literally like it's just been so exciting. Like they've been playing awesome, but they've been playing awesome across the board. Like it has been, the pitching has been very solid. If the rotation can keep it up, you know what I mean? Like it's very early, so obviously we'll revisit this on All-Star break, but like, yeah, I mean, they look great.
The only thing I'll ask
and it's not even, and one thing I'll add on the Yankees, it's not just Judge going crazy. Like he hasn't had a great season so far. Like by his standards.
He's average. I think as a team, they've been playing more like regular baseball. Like they've been don't get me wrong, there've been some home runs, but like they've been playing baseball better.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
it's not just Judge.
Oh,
it's not just Judge.
I was because it was a quick last fans. I'm like, since Aaron Judge is so large, do we have to like make his ABS just a little bigger so that he strikes out less?
What?
How does that, it's like a tricky question because right, like,
I've got the joke.
Is that a question or is that a joke? Like I caught up pretty quickly, but
it's definitely a joke. But like when you think about it, right? Like how when a player is that size compared to like a regular size, like a dude who's
that's what it throws you off because it's like
it throws me off because
Yeah, where the
Don't
hell
they
the
adjust?
shoulders to elbow or
Okay,
knees to
okay.
shoulder seems kind of far for that guy. That's a big strike
Yeah.
zone. Yeah.
But don't they
So,
adjust
I
it per
mean,
player, or is it the same for everyone?
I think it's
I
per
would think they
player,
adjust
but
it. No,
I mean, let's Google it.
that's a good
that would be the
question.
kind of funny
Honestly,
because it'd
Well,
be
because
like
the
if,
strike zone's kind of subjective, right? At a
yeah,
certain
yeah.
level.
yeah. But I mean, if Aaron Judge has a strike zone the size of as Altuve, why is he not hitting?
Listen, I don't know. Well, yeah. So
Was that a 5'5"?
yeah. So the strike zone extends from the batter's, from the midpoint of the batter's shoulder to the
Yeah.
top of the pants down, just to the like just below the kneecap.
Mhm.
So for a guy Judge's size, literally, it's a larger strike zone because he's a larger person.
It's like as I say, it's the size of Jose Altuve, and he still can't hit some for some reason.
Jose Altuve's strike zone is like this big.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying the size is the same size as Altuve, 5'5".
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I'm saying, look, this is Jose Altuve's whole strike zone. That's it. That whole square. That's how big. That's from his from his knee to his shoulder.
Yeah.
2 inches.
The only thing that's screwing up people now is submarine pitching has become a more of a common thing now, and that shit's just weird as shit.
What, that sidearm kind of
The Rogers brothers are
Yeah.
the two of the best that do it. Yeah. It's submarine.
I mean, listen, get the ball over the plate, hit the ball, I'm just glad baseball's back. Simple as that for me. But listen, I think that's pretty much like all I got for tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. Cove, I know you got a show tomorrow, correct?
Yes.
Same time. He'll have everything posted on X for those that don't know. It will be reposted on my page for sure as well. Showtime, any news, anything? You good?
The Marlins are there. They're a fun team. I'll just say that. I'm not gonna say anything about their hot start. It was a fun series in New York. We salvaged one over the weekend. They lost the first two against Cincinnati, bounced back today. So it's a fun team. I'll just say that. It's nice to have fun baseball.
Sandy would look great in the Yankees jersey, man. I'll tell
Shut
you
up. Shut up.
Tell you what. All right, guys. Listen, that's all we got for you here on Vinny's Corner. Thanks for checking in with us. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you here next week.
Peace.